Welcome to Freezing Iceland. Today we're going to be having a little bit of a deep conversation about becoming sober. I just passed 1,000 days of being on my sobriety journey, and I wanted to share it with people because I feel like, one, it's not something that I have really ever discussed online before, and two, I feel like if I had someone to look up to during my sobriety journey, it would have been so helpful. And I feel like the things that I know now, I wish that I would have known then. So, no better time than now to be able to share my thoughts, feelings, emotions about becoming a sober person, especially a sober artist, which I think is a very difficult thing sometimes because we are so frontal lobe and we live in our emotions, and that's how we create art and that's how we feel things. And it's really easy to tone those things down with drugs or alcohol or whatever substance it is that kind of numbs that part of your brain so that way you feel less, so that way you don't have to experience this crazy overstimulating world that we live in. And being sober for 1,000 days has been such an interesting journey because part of me realizes now that I strong armed my way into being sober. I'm a very tenacious person, so when I put my mind to something, I get it done. And that's what I did with stopping drinking alcohol. Is I basically just told myself, this is the last day. We're gonna push through and get it done. Which, hey, it's worked. I made it 1,000 days, but I also now realize that I haven't dealt with any of the internal trauma from my past, which is the reason why I was drinking. And those things are equally as important to stop and stare at and look at and dissect and break apart, equally as much, if not more important, than just drinking alone. Dealing with the drinking obviously is very important, but you also need to work your way inward and find the things that are sparking that feeling of wanting to run away. And within this 1,000 days, I've lost friends, I've lost family members, I've grown a lot, I've built an amazing business, and I've also realized that I've capped out on my current trajectory and passion for this business that I run because I used this business to grow big enough to escape from the world that I was in, which was causing me to drink. I was taking care of my mom, who was going through some drug problems, and she just needed me, and she relied heavily on me for most of my childhood into my early adulthood, where I was making sure that she didn't overdose and making sure that she didn't take more drugs than she was prescribed to. And it was just not